The majority of crypto losses have nothing to do with market crashes and everything to do with taxes and poor asset management. Almost every new client we get is now committing one, or at least one, of these mistakes that I'm going to reveal to you in this video. And by the end of the video, you're going to know the mistakes that you're probably committing right now and the exact security protocols and setup we use for different portfolio sizes so that you can protect your crypto the same way our wealthiest clients do. The biggest threat to your crypto is not market crashes. Most often, it's people themselves. And it's them leaving themselves open to creditors, taxes, and hackers. And after watching countless investors make preventable mistakes that put their digital assets at risk, I'm going to show you the portfolio-specific protection strategies that can literally save you millions of dollars in the future, whether you're holding just $1,000 in crypto or hundreds of millions, plus some of the specifics that you can put in place right now, depending on your portfolio size. So let's start with just the mistakes that I see over and over and over again that can destroy your crypto wealth. First up is going to be leaving your stuff on exchanges. Using exchanges as long-term storage instead of just for trading. I treat exchanges like public restrooms, okay? You get in, you do your business, and you get out. You don't want to be caught in a situation like FT or Celsius or any of the other ones that went bankrupt back in 2021, or many of the other situations where your stuff just gets locked down. They won't let you have it. Keeping all your crypto on a single exchange creates massive single point of failure risk, okay? And believing they're too big to fail, even if it's Coinbase or Kraken or Uphold, if they're a multi-billion-dollar company, they can still collapse overnight. And understand, exchanges can freeze your account whenever they want. They can go offline, they can get hacked. There's all these things that have happened in the past, and many of them today have put things in place to mitigate those risks, but it's still possible. And you don't even own the crypto when it's on the exchange. They owe it back to you. You are a creditor of the exchange. It's not like a bank where they have FDIC insurance or traditional banking protections. Oftentimes, they don't even have custody separated from the trading. They pool your assets and they give you a tag number, just like with your XRP. If you send it to a wallet, it's their wallet, and they use an internal accounting infrastructure to be able to tell themselves how much they owe you back. Basically, again, you are a creditor. It's not your assets that are on these exchanges. It is theirs until you take it off there. So leaving your crypto on exchanges is irresponsible if you're going to be investing in this asset class. And during major market volatility, oftentimes they go down. Coinbase is notorious for this. You can't sell, you can't buy, you can't do any of the things that you even wanted to do and the reasons you left the crypto on there in the first place. So I'd highly recommend, if you're holding assets on exchanges, if it's on Robinhood, Webull, or anywhere else, to get your assets into something that you own and you have control of. Like many people say, not your keys, not your crypto. And that's really the second piece here that I find as the largest mistake that people make. And that is the mismanagement of their cold wallet solution, whatever that might be. It could be a Ledger, it could be Arculus, it could be EliPal, it could be Decent, it could be Trezor. It doesn't matter which one you hold it on. I mean, we'll talk about my recommendation later on, but the mismanagement of those keys, taking screenshots, which I see people do often, of the keys, or holding it in a photo gallery on your phone or in your storage on your cloud, is you're just asking for somebody to hack you and recreate your wallet somewhere else and take your assets. Do not do it. The only scam that you should have these in is in your mind. You memorize the seed phrases, or you write it down on a piece of paper. Now, if it's on a piece of paper, it can be destroyed by a fire or a flood, or it could get thrown away by a family member. So oftentimes people use metal plates. We'll talk about those later also. I mean, but even those aren't like a fail-safe completely. We had the fires in California, and many of those got burnt up in the fire like a blowtorch on the metal. So you want to have redundancies built in. You don't want to be sharing these seed phrases with your family members who don't understand security protocols. If they figure this stuff out and they go take your stuff, which I've seen happen also, your stuff's gone again. So you really need to be able to trust the counterparty. You also want to decentralize the keys, right? So you might have two people that hold different pieces of the keys. Also, you want to test recreating the wallet. So, if you have a seed phrase and you haven't ever recovered the wallet before, I would encourage you, before you move any large amounts to it, to, close it out, log it off, remove it from whatever the device is, and then recreate it on the device to make sure that you are able to do so. and you understand how that process works. If you're storing your seed phrases in the same location as the hardware wallet, also a big no-no. If it's in your desk drawer, if it's in your safe, if the